So, who is your favorite character? And what is your favorite part of the book?
You know, the favorite character, um, every character seems to be like a favorite, because when I was writing the story, there's a lot of about my own school days, my own family, circle of friends, and everything is always, in the background. But there are two characters that I think is really my most favorite. One is Ajju. I fashioned him off my grandpa. He's the one. When in 1970 we were moving from Tamil Nadu to Bangalore, and he decided that we should be able to speak and read and speak Kannada. Writing aside, at least those two things we should be able to do. So over a course of 6 weeks before our actual move, he taught us Kannada and all those things. So we were a little bit fluent in Kannada by the time we actually landed and drove to Bangalore. I remember him teaching us how to tell the time. So I built that into the story. And of course, we played carom and things. We did not play chess with him. Chess was more with my dad. But he would always play carom, and he would always lose. You know, and he would get very angry for losing. But then we were, me being a twin and all that, we were his favorites. And he would immediately calm down and say, okay, let's have another game. So, so even when I was writing this, there is a subtle reference to it that I set the coins, and when I'm playing, when Vicky is playing with Ajju as a character, he sets it up and gives the opening to Ajju so that he has the odds are a little bit even.
Yeah.
There was an acknowledgement there. The character Ajju is very much there. He used to read Mahabharata, and he used to tell all the stories. And when he told the stories, different Ramayana and Mahabharata, he would read for 3-4 months, and then every night he would tell part of that story. He's not reading that story; he's telling it from his voice and not without any reference, and it would be so vivid. It would be just like we were on the front lines or whatever, the big battles going on and things. So it was always his voice was always there in describing the story. So I always think that he was my first storyteller. So in that sense, it was like a hats off to him, giving the credit to him. I created that Aju as a character, and with Vicky as a kid without a dad, um, there needed to be some mentors in life, and so I gave him that character. The second character that I really loved was the Inspector Narayan. Because there was character based on nobody. It was a character entirely out of my imagination. And I loved that character because um, his family, after the independence in Delhi, he loses his dad over the struggle, and his mom leaves with him to come to Bangalore, but she dies in the train journey itself. So he lands in Bangalore as a little bit no different than Vicky himself, and he gets into fighting, he gets into the wrong things and all that, but then he cleans up his act and he becomes a police inspector. So in my mind, as I was creating that role, I was like, it's like a fast forwarding Vicky. He doesn't know what he is going to be, but he knows that he's not going to be a doctor or an engineer. And so that was like a 10 years from now, 15 years from now, here is a projection of who Vicky might choose to be. So that was, in a way, was a new in all respects. So that's a favorite of mine too.
Yeah, good. Yeah, Aju was my favorite character also in the book.